Okay, part two. I ended up not having enough space on my phone. As soon as I said that, that sounded really significant for this reading in regards to these settlers. So there's a death, a transformation happening, a transformation of power. Wow, that makes sense now. That makes sense now. Okay, transformation. Okay, holy fuck. Okay, I as soon as I said that transformation, there's something about that because last night I was writing something down and I know how to spell transformation. But I spelt it as transformation rather than transform. And I feel like this transferring is very important because whatever they took, whatever they stole from the people, it's being transferred back to the people. And I feel like it's not even through force, it's through your own personal transformation, through you knowing who you are, who your ancestors are, and what you're worthy of, and what is for you and what isn't. There's a transfer in destinies as well. There's like this energy of trading places. They wanted to trade places with the indigenous people. There was a switch that happened and everything's being switched back and put into its rightful place. What is this? Some of you could have recently felt an urge to move somewhere and go somewhere, but then reason and logic started kicking in, and you could have been thinking, well, I don't have the money, I don't have the funds. Where am I going to live? What am I going to do? And that vibe that you got to go was for a reason. It was divine reaching out to you. And they say, don't worry about tomorrow, right? Just worry about today. Focus on your today's journey and we'll take care of the rest. And this really resonates as well because for those of you that have been here, I think about a year ago, Divine called me to pack up my things. And it was an interesting conversation because I didn't have anything, right? All I had was this house. This is all I knew. We didn't have money to fly anywhere and at the time I was set on never going anywhere other than being on this island, which is my home. But so anyways, I didn't have money for shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Pack my shit. Like, what? But they knew something I didn't know, is what I feel. And once the questioning and the doubt starts happening, the plans just get shattered and our destinies change. And I feel like if any of you have been having that urge, and it's a deep urge, it's this deep longing, and you know it's divine speaking to you, you know it's not any other entity but divine, and you fail to listen, then you could experience a lot of tower moments. And I think about it till this day. Like, I feel them, a little bit disappointed in me. And I can feel like that energy that I'm feeling from them is like, if I would put it into words, they would say, why didn't you do what we asked you to do? Because if you just did what we asked and you prepared, we would have did the rest. But it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. But sometimes, like, when you have nothing to lose, why not go all in, right? But then I was thinking about how people would be looking at me like, what are you talking about? You don't have money. This bitch got her shit in boxes. And who knows if months would have went by, right? Months going by, possibly even years going by, and my shit is still in boxes. But that's how it works sometimes, these tests. It's like, pack it up and wait till we say move. But then, like I said, sometimes logic and reason kicks in and you're just like, what the fuck, man? I got kids. What are you talking about? So that's a tough one. But I feel like that's what somebody may be going through. I feel like your land, your people, they're calling you. And don't let the physical little that you have stop you. And you hear so much stories about people listening to that inner calling, and shit just happens for them. And that's because they listen to the divine within and the divines that surrounds us. And I feel like that's what a lot of the collective have to focus on right now. Your intuition has been telling you to do something or even stop doing something. I just got drinking for some. I heard for some of you it's drinking. Some of you, you go out drinking and the next day your spirit says, I'm never doing it again. And then you go out and you do the same shit. And sooner or later, you could find yourself in a fucked up position from not listening. Like they'll give you several warnings. Yeah. So, okay, let's get another card for this though. Let's get another card for this. Tell me about this vibe that we got going on here, Spirit. If you haven't watched part 1, go ahead and check that out. I'll have that link either in the comment section, if it allows me to, or the description box, okay? Tell me about this vibe, Spirit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something about, didn't I say that? Like traditional foods, there's something about going back home. Or for others of you, this could be packing up, ending a certain situation that you're in to move into a new space. A space where there's love, a space that's your own. But there's something about this space being heavily out in nature. I'm seeing a lot of greenery around. I'm seeing bamboo too. That could be really significant of luck coming in. There's heavy. What is this vibe? There's a kind. Oh, excuse me. There's Hold up. I gotta look in the book because I don't want to mess up anyone's culture here. I feel like the culture that I'm speaking of. I did see African. I did pick up on that, but there's something else here, like some sort of Asian. What is this? Hold up. It's Japanese if I'm not mistaken, but I want to be sure. Yeah, Japanese. Okay, I could have just said that shit. Sake could be really important as well, but there's something about like traditional things and things that take a lot of time, a lot of preparation, fermenting, marinating. So this new cycle that you're stepping in involves pure happiness, love, intimacy, compassion. I'm hearing don't be so polite either right now. What I kept seeing was I'm seeing somebody hold the door open for people. And the people just keep coming in and coming in and coming in. And like next thing you know, 100 people walk past you and nobody, like there was no pause. There was no break so you could relieve yourself so you could even walk into the door on your own And this could be a message like for the light workers, the healers, but just anybody that is kind and compassionate. And I could see this for the light workers. It's like we were there holding the light, trying to hold the door open and get as much people into the light as we can. And I could see spirit looking at us and they're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "I'm holding the door open to make sure people find the light so they can come into the light." And Divine's like, "That's not for you to do. That's not for you to do. Don't put your life on pause because you feel like it's the kind thing to do. And meanwhile, you put yourself on a back burner. So don't do that, okay?" So this is the time of the light workers. A lot of the light workers have been um, pulling back their energy because they stepped through or they're about to get ready to step through those doors finally. And it doesn't have to be in a rude, arrogant way. It just does it. There needs to be balance. Okay? Balance, balance, balance. Because I feel like for a lot of people as well, these settlers on your land, and it may not even be land, this just could be just some rude fuck that took something from you that belongs to you, right? They got away with it because you're so welcoming. But I feel like, let me get one more card on this shit. Yeah, you're so welcoming, very hospitable. You gave. But keyword is that you gave, right? So they didn't just take. So somebody has to step into that realization as well, because I feel like that shifts something within your brain, knowing that you were taken advantage of, but you were the one giving. So be mindful of that, because that vibe could be holding you back. Your past could be holding you back. The ones that you gave to, right? Whether it be, just rude fucks or settlers, friends, family, whoever. Know that you gave because you love. No one took anything from you. You gave. Wow. That hit hard. That hit hard for um, the indigenous peoples, because it is true. We did give, whether it was an inch or a mile. You give them an inch, they take a mile, but we got to be mindful. We have to be mindful. Your destiny is transforming. You're being more loving. Yeah, you no longer have to be in hermit mode. You pulled back from giving. And it's just something that has to be done in moderation. This could be something that somebody's going through in regards to an addiction. And to food, to watching certain things, whatever it may be. It doesn't always have to be some sort of alcohol addiction or whatever, but it has to be done in moderation. And I feel like this hermit mode shit needs to be done in moderation too. Yeah, somebody's going back in the past, just like I said. It's like you're acknowledging the fact that nobody took. You gave, whether it was your time, your energy, money, love, you gave. And that change, yeah, that changes a lot of shit. It resurrects you. It resurrects something within you. It could even resurrect relationships that may have ended because of seeing it from a different perspective. Yeah, now it's time to clean house. Somebody's cleaning up their act. Somebody's cleaning house. Somebody is changing up their diet because somebody's also seeing that their diet, what they eat, what they surround themselves with, what they watch, plays a major role in how they give, what their intentions are, and their moods, especially. Going back to some sort of traditional way of eating, something that is right for you and your peoples, because we all have something that is specific to us based off of where we live. That's why there are certain fruits and vegetables that can grow only in certain climates. And, we shop at supermarkets and we're able to get a little bit of everything. And this too is a reminder for me, not that you guys gotta motherfucking know, but I don't really eat off the land as I should. I don't. And for some, we may be, if we don't, that could be why this food shortage bullshit is happening as well. The stewards of the land is what I just heard. Yeah, you're being given the land because you have to take care of the land. The food shortage may be coming at the perfect time because it's going to force people, because ain't nobody moving. There's a lot of people that's already doing it, but a lot of people have only been thinking about it. A lot of people already switched their diets, but they're still not, maybe planting their own things or whatever. Maybe forced into doing that. But I'm also hearing in regard to this food shortage, there's a lot. There's a lot, and they have to provide this evidence that there's none, right? We know that they control the seeds, they control the crops with the fucking spraying and the GMO shit. They could kill off farmers' crops in a motherfucking second. They could cut the food off if they wanted to, and they are doing so because they want to introduce, possibly even reintroduce, this fake foods, right? This foods that are created in the laboratory. And we're already eating a lot of them. But this could be divine intervention as well, because we should be eating from the land, from our land, wherever we're living, whatever is able to grow in those regions, because everything's off. Everything's off. Our sleep patterns, our eating patterns. So Sagittarius season, that's the time to like really clean house. Cutting out anything and everything that no longer serves you, that's not beneficial to your mind, body, soul. And forward movement, using your intelligence, applying that knowledge that you have gained. Some of you have a lot of knowledge, but you may not be applying it. A lot of you have a lot of people that you're inspiring, but may not be practicing what you preach. It's like it's time to move. It's time to move. It's time to move. It's time to move. There's something about chanting as well in these times, whatever it is that you're seeking, whether it may be good health, security, stability, love. Chant it. Create a affirmation and chant it. Repeat it over and over again. I wish I saved this thing that I created. I can't think of what I wrote down word for word in regards to chanting. Damn it. Chanting is so important though. And even if you can just think of what you're wanting, something righteous now, what you're wanting in your mind, And instead of chanting it out loud, hum it. Hum it. Use that vibration of your hum. And if you can, go sit outside. And if that's not possible, hold a fucking leaf or just hold onto your heart. That's the easiest way. That's the easiest way. You hold onto your heart with one hand. You hold onto your core, your womb, your center with the other. And you take a deep breath and you hum it like your life depends on it. Whatever it may be that you need or the liberation, it's going to activate something within you. And don't worry about the time of how long it's going to take. You just stay consistent. Because it's not the destination, it's the journey. It's what you're doing on the journey that benefits you, that betters you, that betters the people around you. Last one for what they should be focusing on right now, Spirit. What does the collective need to know right now? What does the collective need to know right now? Ace of Wands. So we got the Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups right now. And what this is looking like to me, getting creative, getting artistic. What do you need to know right now? Get creative. Somebody needs to finish a painting or go paint, finish that drawing, finish that writing, that song, that scarf, whatever it is you're creating. But this is something about getting creative when it comes to shifting your narrative, retelling your story from a different perspective this time. Big shit popping. Getting really creative. I'm hearing like don't leave out any of the juicy details. That's the best part. But say it again. It's like tell your story again coming from this perspective of how you gave, not how they took. And then you can tell the story about how you're going to receive. And whatever process it may be, in regards to the in-between. So what I'm seeing here right now that I could point out is, so we got Scorpio, Virgo energy here. We do have okay. We don't have any air. I feel like that's really significant. There's no air sign here. Air is thoughts. What else was I going to say? Shit. Oh, okay. And then the cultures, I feel like it's important. I'm getting African or just colored, indigenous. It could be the native peoples as well. I'm getting China, Japan. What was the death card? Norwegian. And China again. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Give me a second. Ireland, Celtic. I'll look up this last one, which is Congo. So go out, have fun, get creative. They want you to be really, they want you to get creative. I feel like I want to overly explain it. Spirit's like, bitch, just it's like get creative. What you need to know right now. There's a new beginning happening. There's something new that's sparking within you. This creative bug, this new excitement, this growth. Just through that simple shift in perspective. I love you all so very much. I trust you all have a beautiful day. Make sure you hit that like button for me, all right? And share this video if you feel like this resonates with somebody around you or somebody just needs this message. Subscribe to the channel. And go ahead and email me if you want to book a personal reading, all right?